Could we talk about Anselmo?
Back to work. Isn't that what it's called? Fair enough. We'll talk about Anselmo.
Did you have much contact with Anselmo?
Just the right amount. Sufficient, I'd say. I don't know how to put it. He wasn't exactly the friendliest monk in the whole order.
Anselmo's death arouses several points of suspicion.
What kind of suspicion?
How should I put it? The way he died was...
Strange.
That too, although selective was the word I was searching for.
Selective? I don't get it, my friend.
2 people were underneath the censer when it fell.
Sadly, Anselmo was the one to get hit. The abbot was lucky. Anselmo wasn't. Oh, get off it. It happened, that's all. Things like that happen now and then. Are you telling me you don't remember what happened to Father Macario?
If you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about Father Macario.
Whatever you say, but accidents like that do occur.
The abbot thinks the devil has something to do with Anselmo's death.
Stop beating around the bush. Evil is hanging over this abbey. Isn't that so?
Indeed it is. The devil.
Leonardo, you and I have travelled a lot. We've seen enough to know that the world doesn't need the devil to destroy itself. It's a very painful memory, but I had to cross a field full of dead bodies on the way to this monastery. I tried not to tread on amputated limbs and not step into the rivulets of blood. It's a grotesque and indecent spectacle I never hope to see again in my entire life. But believe you me, although the scene out there was worthy of one from hell, the hand of the devil had no part in it. It was mankind alone, man with his absurd wars.
In other words, in your opinion, the devil had nothing to do with Anselmo's death.
That's what I just said, my dear friend. In times like these, we should keep up more of a guard against our neighbours than against Satan himself. And besides, it doesn't make any sense to smash a poor monk's skull with a 200-pound censer, not even for the devil incarnate.
I have no more questions about Anselmo.
I have no more questions about Anselmo. Does that mean you're interrogating me?
You're my friend, but you're also a monk at this abbey. It's nothing personal.
Ah, well, in that case...
Are you familiar with the so-called hortus tuus?
That's what this is all about. You're going to be the Order's new copyist, right? Oh, yeah.
Not me, Bruno.
He'd better put some effort into it. Marcello is a hard taskmaster.
It looks that way.
Hortus tuus was what you said, wasn't it? Yes, sure I'm familiar with it. Of course I am. That book is good for one thing and one thing only. For the exam to become a copyist.
I don't think it's that important.
Leonardo, a horror is what it is. Utter nonsense. I'm not surprised that the writer signed his name as anonymous. Any herbologist in the world would have told that author a thing or two.
You'll have to explain that to me.
Belladonna, for example, has a relaxing effect, but this book says that the reason for that is because it's reminiscent of a woman's figure. You get it? Belladonna.
A rather blatant simplification.
But that's not all. Something basic. Oh, here it is. Chamomile. As you know, it has a laxative effect.
Yes.
In the book, it's listed among the poisons. God help us. I'm against burning books, but this piece of work... Oh, what's the point? Are you familiar with the book by Dioscorides?
Yes. De Materia Medica, about plants and poisons.
Precisely. It truly is an amazing book, isn't it?
Do you know anything about the alleged phantom in the library?
Yes. The majority of the Brotherhood is pretty upset about it.
But you're not.
The only things that upset me are the phantoms people see after chewing on certain plants. Although...
Yes?
Anselmo claimed to have seen him a few times. We're not talking about some ignoramus. Anselmo was a well-educated person. I don't understand why he said those things.
Maybe he really did see him.
Do you think so?
I believe in the power of reason. Sometimes people see things that their minds want to see. Anselmo saw something in the library. Whether it was a ghost or not is of little significance at the moment. Do you have any bitterwood plants here?
Anyway, I have the seeds.
Excellent.
Let's see if it comes back to me again. There they are. Take them, Leonardo. Use as many as you like. But give me back the crock afterwards, all right?
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on it as if it were yours.
Tell me one thing. Are these seeds for Arcadio?
Yes, they're for him.
I'm saying it because I once wanted to give him a few bitterwort seeds. You know the story. My poor Clotilde so all alone. But it was impossible for me to open the crock.
Why didn't you just give him the whole crock full?
If I can't open it, do you think Arcadio will manage to?
I must go, Eladio.
What's the hurry?
I must serve the interests of the abbot. Please understand that.
Of course. I was only looking forward to talking some more with you.
We still have time left for that, my dear friend. Don't you worry.
Master, let me do it.
Come on, Bruno. I'm sure the bucket is bigger than you are. How are you going to be able to get it up here full of water? Don't be childish.
I'm not a child. Let me do it. Help, Master. Help me. Please.
I warned you. I'll find a way to get you out. Stay right there.
What does that mean? Stay right there. Where shall I go? As a pilgrim on St. James's Way.
Can you hear me, Bruno?
Yes. The acoustics down here are fabulous.
Listen very closely. I'm going to let a rope down. Hold on to it tightly if you can. And don't forget to bring the bucket up with you. Did you understand me?
Yes. Hurry, please.
Good. It's on the way.
Thank you, Master.
Bruno,
Yes?
what about the bucket?
Please don't be angry with me.
I knew this was going to happen. Oh, what's the point? It can't be helped. Come on. You can't very well walk around here dripping wet. We'll go to the cell to dry you off.
I've already changed clothes, Master. What are you doing, Master?
I'm getting water from the well. What you were supposed to do. Martin?
What can I do for you, Brother Leonardo?
The soup you're cooking there smells, if you'll pardon me, heavenly.
Really?
Yes, I see that you're adding chicken bones and some spices. Not everyone takes so much trouble with such a simple dish as soup.
Could be, but I do. And by the way, in this case, I must share the compliment with Brother Eladio. He supplies me with the spices.
The appearance and aroma are incomparable.
I see you appreciate good cooking.
What shall I say? I've traveled quite a bit.
It's a pleasure to talk with a connoisseur.
That's kind, but connoisseur would be a mouthful.
Oh, don't be so modest, brother. You recognized a decent soup by its fragrance. I presume that you're able to sniff out the spices that were used, too.
My sense of smell is not up to snuff today.
Really?
I must go. Perhaps we can continue our conversation later.
I'd be delighted to get on with it, Brother Leonardo.
Eladio?
It's great that you're here. How is the investigation going?
Not very well, Eladio.
Is that right? Oh, well. Tomorrow you'll find all the answers, I'm sure of that. The way you always do.
You have to ask the right questions before you get the right answers.
Then ask away while we chat a bit, my friend.
You supply Martin with spices, don't you?
Yes, from time to time for his seasonings. He just stopped by this morning. Why do you ask, Leonardo?
Oh, no particular reason. I spoke with him recently and somehow we broached the subject.
I think he's great. Say, do you already know what's on the menu today? I hope your visit is occasion enough for something delicious.
He's cooked a soup.
Soup? Oh, well, whatever. I should have known when he asked me for oregano and thyme. But it doesn't matter. Martin cooks very tasty soups. I've got nothing to complain about.
I must go, Eladio.
What's the hurry?
I must serve the interests of the abbot. Please understand that.
Of course. I was only looking forward to talking some more with you.
We still have time left for that, my dear friend. Don't you worry. Martin?
What can I do for you, Brother Leonardo?
The soup you're cooking there smells, if you'll pardon me, heavenly.
Really?
Yes, I see that you're adding chicken bones and some spices. Not everyone takes so much trouble with such a simple dish as soup.
Could be, but I do. And by the way, in this case, I must share the compliment with Brother Eladio. He supplies me with the spices.
The appearance and aroma are incomparable.
I see you appreciate good cooking.
What shall I say? I've traveled quite a bit.
It's a pleasure to talk with a connoisseur.
That's kind, but connoisseur would be a mouthful.
Oh, don't be so modest, brother. You recognized a decent soup by its fragrance. I presume that you're able to sniff out the spices that were used, too.
If it weren't a sin, I'd bet my nose that it's thyme and oregano.
That's quite a nose you've got.
I wouldn't say so, but thanks all the same.
You do, you do. Only the abbot, who loves good cuisine, no other, mind you, was able to sniff out the ingredients of my recipe.
Fair enough. Or not, I suppose.
I'll put all my faith in you, Brother Leonardo.
I'm very grateful. What time do you eat?
You'll have to wait till after Vespers, just like all the others. Why do you ask? Are you hungry? Oh, silly question. You've just arrived at the Abbey after a long journey. Of course you're hungry. In that case, I can make an exception.
No need to bother. To be honest, I'm not hungry. It was just out of curiosity.
I wouldn't say no to an apple or a piece of bread.
You're a part of this monastery, Bruno. It's about time you got used to that. You're not going to receive special treatment. Nothing more than the rest of the community.
Now, please don't be so strict with the boy, brother. To be honest, I do make exceptions when I see the need for them. The Lord has taught us that we should give food to the hungry and drink to the thirsty.
That's right.
He also taught us what gluttony is, didn't he, Bruno?
As you like. I am at your service. If you feel that your energy is dwindling and a snack might be the solution, then come to me. Brother Anselmo, may his soul rest in peace, used to like to.
Anselmo?
Lately, he's stopped by often for something to eat. Apparently the post of gatekeeper is rather strenuous.